Hello friends, welcome back to Al's Smokehouse. I've been wanting a long time to cook some of those plate ribs. The real thick cut beef ribs that has like 3 bones in them. But I'm having a lot of trouble finding them locally. So I was looking around in WalMart the other day and I come across these beef chuck riblets right here. So they're smaller than the plate ribs. And they are beef ribs, and they got like 3 or 4 bones in them. There's two racks here, and they relatively cheap. This whole pack was like $8.31. So I thought, what the heck? I'll just get some of these and try them, do a little experimenting, and see how they turn out. Okay, so let's cut into these things and get them out of the pack. Okay, so here's what we got. 2, 3, 4. Each one of these has 4 bones, but you notice they don't have a whole lot of meat. So here's the plan today. We're going to season these up with Kinder's The Blend, which is salt, garlic, pepper. I love using this on basically anything I cook. So we're going to season these up, probably trim a little excess fat off like that right there. And we're going to put them on my Weber kettle and smoke them at about 250 till they reach internal temperature about 160. Then we're going to put these in a foil pan, wrap them up real good, and let them cook in that until the internal temperature gets around 180, 185, something like that. So that's the plan today. Okay, we dried them off with a paper towel a little bit. I don't think I'm going to use a binder because they still got a lot of moisture to them. So I'm going to go ahead and season them up. I'm going to leave the membrane on the back. Okay folks, I'm going to show you what my setup's going to be like today. I got the smoke and sizzle attachment here. I have my charcoal heating up over here. This is going to be my hot zone and this is going to be my cooking zone. This is how I do it for low and slow. And we're going to be controlling their temperature today with the Spider Grill's Venom. And you remember I told you my target temperature was going to be 250. So when the grill gets up to that point, we get ready to put these ribs on. I'll be right back then. Okay, we got our charcoal heating up here. So we're going to go ahead and turn on this Spider Grill's Venom to let it be getting up to temperature. Okay, our Spider Grill's Venom has the Weber up to temperature. Alright, we're going to go ahead and get our ribs put on. The grill's up to temperature. Notice I've got some oak wood in here for extra smoke. I lit my fire on this side so it'll go across as it cooks. The venom is going to hold the temperature steady at 250. So we're going to go ahead and place the ribs here in this smoke and sizzle. I got some water in there to kind of keep the ribs moist since they're so thin. So we're going to get these on and go from there. I think I'm going to place the fat side toward the fire with both right there. We're going to get the lid on these and let these smoke for about an hour, hour and a half, and then we'll be back to check them. Okay, these things has been going for a little over an hour. So right now I'm going to just look at them, see if they need spritzing, and I'm going to check the internal temp too, because this is such a thin cut of meat. I want to see how fast they're cooking, so I can kind of estimate about how long they'll cook. So they're looking pretty good. They're getting some color to them, but there are certainly some dry spots to them, so I'm going to go ahead and spritz. But I'm going to check right quick the meat temperature. Okay, they're cooking pretty fast. We're at 138 on that right. 143 on the smaller right. So let's go ahead and spritz these. And probably check them again in about another hour, and I think by then they'll be ready to route. So let's get the lid on this thing and let them continue cooking, and we'll be back in another hour. Okay, we've been going about 2.5 hours on these ribs at 250. So we're going to check them again. I'm going to check the temp on them, and we're going to check see if they need spritzing. Yeah, they're coming along pretty good, getting a good color to them. Let's check the temp. Feeling pretty tender. So I think what I'm going to do is spritz these a little bit, and I've got this sauce made up. I got about a half a cup of Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce original. Got about a half a cup of maple syrup in there, and I put a little bit of brown sugar, probably about a quarter of a cup of brown sugar, and I put about 3 teaspoons or tablespoons of my seasoning, the garlic pepper seasoning. Mix that up. I'm going to go ahead and place that on the grill right here and let that be warming up. Okay, our ribs have kind of stalled out at around 140, 145, so I guess they're going through the stall right now. But I don't want to keep them on the grill like they are. They probably already incorporated all the smoke they're going to incorporate. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put them in this foil pan, and that barbecue sauce mixture that I had heating up on the grill, we're going to swab them real good with that. Pour that in there, put the tin foil on top of this, and put them back on there for probably about 2 hours, and then we'll check. So now that I got them in the foil container for a couple hours, we're going to go ahead and turn this, increase our heat to like 300 degrees. That way they'll get a good basting in that pan. Okay, here's our final result of our beef ribs. And I have to say they look pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. They probe real tender and they're about 185 temperature. So I'm going to let them sit in this foil pan for an hour, 30 minutes to an hour. And we're going to plate these up with some pinto beans, creamed potatoes, and some coleslaw. Well, there you go, folks. There's my beef ribs. I had to say they turned out really, really well. Had a great taste to them, very tender. But I pulled them a little earlier when I told you, when I put them in a pan, I told you I was going to let them sit for about 2 hours. But actually it was just about an hour and 15 minutes. So total cook time was probably around 3 hours for these ribs. They cooked a little faster than I thought they would, probably be because they were so thin. It turned out really well. So if you like this video, please like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell to get future content as I post it. And I want to say God bless each and every one of you. So until next time, keep on smoking. See you later.